laptop. Okay, I almost made a mistake there. So if I had let that run, it would have said, great, let's go everywhere, GitHub this, that, and go look at Reddit and maybe GitHub repos, maybe the website, maybe Fred's GitHub.com, and if there is one, awesome, I don't know. And all of it, it would have done, and I've seen it do up to 200, but it would have used Opus 4.8 to go look at websites and copy the data. I would probably run out of tokens before I could even finish what we're doing here. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to add something to this. For the research task, I want you to use the most appropriate model, which is Haiku, on one of the lower settings. You're just looking for information. Also stick to reputable sites. Let's do 5 reputable Azure Static Web Site or learn.microsoft sites, and 5 GitHub docs, and any other really well-known GitHub communities. And we're going to send that. Just thinking about it for a second. So while I was thinking, let's go ahead and click this. And I'm going to move my face here for a second so I can log in without you seeing all my personal details and not have to blur the video. Alright, so this one, what did we get to? Alright, I don't want to read all that. Give me a 2-sentence summary of what you just did. By the way, this is being recorded for an educational video, so I need you to highlight any real insights or points of importance. Say hello to the viewers sometimes. Have some personality. You don't have to be work all the time. It is trained on human speech and behavior, so I did a speech about this one time as to how you speak to it and the performance you get out of it, and there is a correlation. It's interesting, but aside. Alright, so we're going to do that, and then this one, as you can see here, it's starting to build out VS Code, agent workflows. The thing is it's researching it, and it's researching well-known ones. I'm not sure that's what we asked you to do. Let's go see. Did I? Okay. I told it to go find the most recent documents when I wanted it to download them, and I forgot to download them. So let's do that. I need you to download the documents you considered important or valuable and are the most recent and have the highest authority. Okay, so what that does is it will now move it'll pull the documents, it's going to create another folder, and then move these or create them in that folder. So when we get to Azure Static Web App deployment or GitHub deployment, if we need to research something, we don't have to search the web. We'll now have it in our knowledge base, and that's where it saves tokens, because it'll already know about it. It can just do a grep. It doesn't have to go find the website. It can just look there. And then we can take it one step further, but I think even that right there, you can see that could be massive token savings if it's trying to troubleshoot and figure stuff out and having to go to websites. Having those documents locally makes a big difference. All right, anyway, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so it's getting Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think I'd give away any of my super secrets. So the by the way command, / by the way. That's the default that Whisper Flows does. The by the way command it's interesting. I actually use it often. I don't think you can interact with it more than once. So you need to ask it a question. It needs to be specific, but it's a specific question about the current context, but it doesn't get inserted into the context. So if you need to know something adjacent to it, and please write out. Well, I was going to say please write out the file names to another file over here in the tree, and it would, or I don't know, anything that you want to know about the context. We'll figure out a good reason for it here in just a minute. I had one and it slipped my mind, so we'll figure out what that is in a minute. All right. Next from you, confirm you're happy with these 13 files staying in this. Okay, so research. Okay, so we have, excellent, they're all HTML. Okay, perfect. Now, how to make it even smarter. These look great. Do you feel that we could complete this project end to end with just these documents, including any best practice files that may need to be in the GitHub Actions to ensure that MD files or files that were committed to the repo that aren't on the website don't get shared and get 404'd instead? Do you feel like this is a comprehensive set of documentation for what we're looking to do? Okay, so that's exactly what you heard. I want to make sure that it is confident that what it found is good, and that it can make sure that we hit absolutely best practices without going back out to the web. We can go back out to the web, but if you don't have to, you don't have to. Okay, so it's this is all it's thinking. Anything in gray here, the real gap in the current doc is not. It doesn't cover. It's okay. What actually gets deployed versus what stays prior. How? Okay, so see, it's figuring out. Okay, this document has some information. This one does not. Okay, so it told me we were done. We're 85% there. It didn't think about what I just brought up. In all fairness, I did not ask it to plan this. There's a chance that it could have had I asked it to plan it, but I wanted to show you how to build the knowledge base based on this. Alright, so 85% there, configure this, prompt, next, they go, I'll dispatch the, alright, sounds good, go. Launch a subagent to go through each of the current HTMLs and determine how these should be written out to be accessed most efficiently by the AI. So I'm assuming JSON, L, or MD, but if I'm wrong, I want you to correct me. As well, I want you to put at the top of them what the table of contents for each page is, so that it's human readable and so that you can read it and know that it does or does not contain likely what you need. Do you understand? So, if you throw, HTML isn't bad because it's code, but if you throw PDFs in here, which are completely unstructured documents, they have pictures, they have tables, it's not an easy thing for machine or code to read. And if you ask it to do this once, then it only has to do it once, versus if you ask it a question, or we're working through our install and then it has to go dig a PDF and load a PDF plugin and read it. So this takes that step out, because it's now going to be in a format that it reads very easily, as well as has a table of contents so that it can quickly find what it needs without having to read every file. Okay. So now, since this is done, the next step is going to be to distill the data, distill it down even more. And then we can actually start, honestly, we're going to start writing our tests. We're going to figure out how do we test each, or no, let me back up. We're going to plan, then we're going to test. So after this, we're going to get it to plan. We're going to get it to find all the commands that are in these documents that it probably will use, or most likely to use, as well as the flags or parameters for each command, and then we'll store that separately as well. So that way, that is like our true commands that we need to read. We've shrunk it down to a very, very small subset of data compared to these 10 websites plus whatever else it continues to find here, but it's in one place. So now when we start doing our agent and to start configuring it, it doesn't have to search through all these documents and all these lines of stuff to find what it thinks is the answer. Because if it comes across one thing, it sounds like the answer, it's going to try it, and it may fail, and then it has to go find it. This saves a lot of tokens. I have a case study written up, and I'll put it in the comments below. But where I used this knowledge-based type system before, and the first environment and the second environment that I built, significant double-digit percentage difference. I don't want to say the number exactly, and I will want to. 83% is what it said, and that was based on it was based on whatever token counts it had. It may have been estimated token counts per run, but regardless, it was all tested with the same token count tool, so the percentage probably still stands. Actually, I'm sure the percentage stands because I watched it do it. The difference was 10 minutes and 2 minutes after I pointed them to the knowledge base, after I figured out the commands. So this is also a great way to start your automation journey, because you'll now have all the commands you need to do whatever it is that you're looking to do out of GitHub. It'll all be in this distilled data set as soon as we get it shaped up. So we're going to let it run for another minute, and then after that, I'm going to show you how you make your agent study. Okay, it's doing what I asked it to do. Viewers, here's a fan out. I'm launching 5. I guess like a shout out. I'm launching 5 Haiku conversation agents in parallel, batch by size, so no agent chokes on too much at once, each converting its file to a clean markdown, writing them directly to disk, and reporting back only the table of content it built. So it's saying hi to you. That was from you, from Haiku to you. All right. And if you would like, why batch size, not by count? Well, I think if you're watching this, you probably know. Bytes are bytes. It doesn't care how many files. If it's, 10K files or 100K file, it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of read write. So that's really good that it thought about that. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We have 5 conversations. Okay, we now have 15 source documents, 13 converted to MD, 2 repo readmes. I'll compile everything the moment agents report back. Nothing needed from you until then. I actually like that. And if it doesn't say that for you, you can tell it to print at the bottom of each of them what do I need to do next in case you've walked away and don't remember. So you can say, I'll just show you because I already have one. Make a global rule that shows me the prompt and the next action that you're asking me to do with a 2-sentence summary at the bottom of every prompt. So that's what I would type. And that's what gets you this and this.